Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to another What I Eat in a Day video. Thank you so much for joining me today for a fantastic day of food. So you might notice I'm in my running gear, and that is because I am just about to go for my run. I forgot Layla's lunchbox as well, so I need to drop that off on the way. So what I might do is walk to school as my warm-up, and then I'll walk back as my warm-up and then continue to the bridle path, which is where I live. So I have a bridle path on the back of where I live, which is super ideal, especially for jogging. It is such, or running, it is such a beautiful autumnal day today that I just could not do a morning run. Like, it's beautiful outside. So I've got my headphones on, I've got my running gear before I eat or drink anything. I've had a bit of water this morning, but apart from that, I'm just going to get out and go for my run, and I'll get back and I'll have some lovely breakfast. So I have my water bottle, I have Layla's lunchbox, my phone. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what the menu is today, but I do know that I'm having an insane fig and cheese melted sandwich for my lunch. Something I saw in Nigella, something I've wanted to make since I saw it. It has parma ham, cheese, fig, and I've not tried fig before in a savoury way, so that's going to be super interesting. An ideal autumn lunch. And then for dinner tonight, I'm not too sure. I have lamb mince out, so the world's my oyster, but we'll talk more about that later. But for now, let's get our run on. So it's now lunchtime, and man, after that run I am hungry. So I mentioned that I saw a sandwich on the Nigella show that I really wanted to try, and basically it consists of some bread, obviously, that I'm going to butter on both sides. Again, I'm trying to up my calories to compensate for the running. I also have some parma ham here. Parma ham isn't too high in regards to point value, but we'll point that in due course because I'm not 100% sure. And my secret key ingredient is going to be some figs. Now, I've not tried figs in a savoury way before, but I'm really excited to give it a go, and I think that they'll be great on my porridge as well for tomorrow morning. So I've got some figs here. I have my two favourite combinations of cheese, which is a Gruyere that I get from Tesco. This is one that I get, I would highly recommend it. And I'm also teaming it with some cheddar as well. I'm actually using full fat today, again, to compensate for the fact that I'm running. I want to up my calories. And I have some butter here, which is the Bertolli. So the first thing I'm going to do is to butter my bread on both sides, because what I'm going to do, it's not really a grilled cheese sandwich. We're going to cook this on the hob, which is going to make it all crispy and melty and delicious, and it's going to be amazing. But first off, let's get everything pointed up. Now, it has to be said that because I'm on maintenance, I'm not tracking as accurately, and if I can't find something, I'm kind of like hey-ho, and I just portion it out in accordance to what I would normally have. Now, this loaf of bread does not come up on the app, but I know from having a lot of bread in my lifetime on WW that I'm probably looking at about 3 points per slice realistically. So I'm going to track the bread down at about 6 points. I'm going to have about 5 points worth of cheese, which is 11, and regards to the parma ham, we're going to be looking at a total of about 2 points for 2 slices, which again isn't that much, but you can play about with this accordingly. You could use WW bread or thinner sliced bread, and don't worry, I will be able to make it all lovely and airtight again by using my trusty bread bag, which I got from Amazon. I'll link it down below. It's so handy for keeping bread nice and fresh. So I'm not going to use this front section here, but what I will do is I'll save it because Andrew adores crust with butter. So I'm going to save this little piece for him, and also it's great for putting back on the bread, so when I put it in my bread bag, you know, it's not going stale quite so quickly. And I'm not going to be too shy about my butter. There was once a time, guys, where I'd have the lightest coat, and to be honest with you, if I was trying to lose weight, I would be more conscious, but you can get low-fat spreads now. You don't have to have a ton of it, but I definitely would recommend a light filming on each side just to make sure it goes golden and crisp in the pan. Next, I have my beautiful figs. I mean, these are just so autumnal in colour as well. They're going to add such a vibrancy and such a richness to this sandwich. So I'm just going to do 3 slices and eat the rest by itself. But as you can see, it's just such a beautiful colour. And again, it's just going to add to the overall aesthetic of the sandwich as well. And I could literally just munch on fig. I really like it. And then we're gonna cut this to reveal the magic within. And there we have it, guys. A melted Parma ham, cheese and fig sandwich with a Coke Zero is exactly what I need right now. So I've just got back from the school run, got into my comfies, and now I need to make dinner because time has gotten a little bit away from us. So I've decided to do a rapid ragu, which is basically a ragu sauce, but an express route, if you like. So no chopping any onions, no chopping garlic, but I still have a way where you get all that authentic flavour. It's going to be delicious. So I'm going to get on with starting that, but first I need to get a few things together. And also I'm going to cook mine with lamb. Feel free to use beef, steak beef or pork even for this ragu sauce, but it's going to be delicious, so let's get to it. Sorry if you guys can hear lots of noise, the kids are having some kind of party upstairs, but I have my lamb mince here. I have some fresh parsley and thyme, some smoked pancetta. This adds a really lovely texture and flavour. Garlic oil, my first kind of cheating step. So lots of flavour, but no mincing, no chopping, no nothing. That's the same with the caramelised red onion. I'm going to put some of this in because when you slow cook onion down, like, it's just magic. Puree, some chopped tomatoes, some stock that's already prepared. Again, a cheats way. And instead of adding the holy trinity of onion, celery and carrots, I'm going to add lentils because it's going to add that root vegetable kind of texture and flavour, but obviously without all the works. And now the pancetta is caught some colour, we can add the mince. Mince is browned, we're going to add some seasoning. So I have some coarse black salt. I have some, coarse black pepper and some rock salt. So I've added those, and I'm also going to add a little bit of dried oregano as well. Feel free to use fresh if you do have it. I'm just going to pop that in. Along with my fresh parsley, that's going to go straight in. And now I'm going to add 2 heaped teaspoons of my onion, my caramelised red onion, and this is going to be so flavourful and make my stew or my bolognese sauce taste like it's been very labour intensive, whereas actually I'm getting all of that flavour without any of the work. Add some beef stock. Because I'm now about to add lentils, and red lentils will absorb all of this stock and become really flavourful, and again you have that root vegetable flavour. It's about half a cup of lentils, not too many. Some tomato puree, about a tablespoon worth, followed by 2 cans of good chopped tomatoes. And all that's left to do is let this reduce down and thicken and simmer until I'm ready to eat it in about 40 minutes time. Keep the lid ajar so that the moisture can escape. That ragu needed no putting out into a bowl to make it look amazing. It was hearty, it was delicious, it was comforting, it was autumnal and ideal for this time of year. Oh, that's my door, 1 second. Sorry about that, I feel like as closer to Christmas we get, the door is just gonna be going off the hook. So yeah, it was delicious. I basically had it with some garlic bread, nothing too fancy, but it was just such a hearty and delicious one, and it was so easy, so fast, such an express route to a really comforting autumn dinner. So I hope you've all enjoyed it. Check out the description box for links and also for clothing, for recipes and all of that good stuff, and I'll see you in my next one.